It is, of course, the man, the living legend that is Nemanja Vidić. Vida, how are you?
I'm good. Listen, you're looking better than the last time I saw you.
Hey, what are you trying to say? I have to work hard to keep this shape.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. This is a compliment.
Now, where does this trophy? You won so much in your career, particularly at Manchester United. But where does the League Cup stand for you and its importance when you won this trophy?
Actually, first trophy I won for Man United, it's a League Cup in 2006. So actually, this is when I was first introduced with the trophies in Manchester. So actually, I've been 2 times more after that. So it's important competition, I think, definitely, especially because it's the first trophy in the season. You can win the first trophy in February, March. So that's as well important for the confidence of the team and going to the last stage of the season. So much memories from that 2006 year, but as well in 2010, the game which somehow stands in my memory.
Well, there's 2 things about it here. I want to ask you about 2010. First of all, our colleague here at CBS, Nigel Reo-Coker, said that he didn't play in the final due to an ankle injury, and had he played, Villa definitely would have won. Do you agree with that?
Listen, I just saw a few months ago Martin O'Neill, and he's still complaining about the penalty. So I think that we always complain about that game, same like always how we complain against thing that we could do better against Barcelona in the Champions League final, but in reality they're a better team.
That's when you brought down Gabby Agbon-Lahore to give away the penalty. You must have thought you were getting sent off. Be honest.
To be fair, I thought it was a tackle from outside of the box, so I was not sure if it's going to be penalty or maybe the free kick. So I don't know.
15 years on, he's still denying it.
As good players do, right? As good players do.
I don't want to go against referees, so I don't want to challenge the decision.
You know, VAR. We're going to do VAR to go back in time, of course. No, Nemanja, for our viewers and especially covering.
Of course, I'm just kidding. Definitely it was penalty, but there is a decision just. Is it the red card or the yellow card? So,
who cares? You won it.
Yeah. So I don't want to go too much back about it.
Nemanja, for our viewers, especially as we cover the Carabao Cup, winning a trophy is everything. Winning the Carabao Cup is everything, right? So, what are the keys to getting to a final and getting over the finish line and getting your hands on the trophy?
Obviously, you need consistency, like in everything you do. But it's obviously in that period of the year, you have too many games. Like you see now in December, January, too many matches, and sometimes the coaches they think which game is more important. So obviously, we always thought that Carabao League Cup is very important to us, and that's why we won it 3 times. We always try to take the best team we can at that time. So. It's important trophy, and I think the most of the years we won the League Cup, we won the Premier League as well. So that says something.
Who's your money on to win it this year? Favourites are Arsenal, followed by City, Chelsea.
That's what the paper said, obviously, but I think it'll be good for the League Cup as well that Arsenal win the trophy. And I think if they want to win the title, I think that they should play the best team in this League Cup because this team need a trophy. If this team leaves the trophy, they will smell the blood, and then they can feel that they can bring a few more trophies to the rest of the year. So I believe that Arsenal has a chance, but the City with Haaland this season, it's a tough team to play against.
Yeah, they look like a machine, and we saw the match against Real Madrid. We see them getting back to their best. I want to go back to one of your pivotal moments in your career, getting down to the wire. You're going up. Penalties are a part of the game. What are some of the little moments that you remember that helped you as a professional footballer make sure that you delivered when it counted most in a final?
Well, I think in concentration. I think that for me, people even now saying like you're too serious going to the games, you never smile, but I was playing big part in my consistency as like a preparation for the game. visualization of the game and the concentration. And you always think that you're going to make mistakes during the game, which every player make mistakes, but you just try to don't make more mistakes, 2 mistakes, 3 mistakes, which can cost the team to lose the goal and to lose maybe the trophy. So I think that in my game, biggest part playing the visualization and concentration.
Vida's absolutely right. I used to interview him before a match, and he was absolutely poker face, stone face. He'd give you nothing. Then they win, he'd have a smile as wide as this. That's true, isn't it, Vida? 100%.
Especially if I have 2 glass of wines.
When you look at Manchester United now, what do you make of it? And also, you were part of the golden years, the glory years, and that fantastic, iconic partnership alongside Rio Ferdinand. What do you make of Manchester United right now, where they are, and how long until they can get back to the levels that you achieved? And when I say how long, is it years? Is it transfer windows? What is it?
To be fair, when you're speaking about my time, listen, we always competing on the big trophies, playing Champions League finals 3 times, 5 league titles. So it's very successful era. But if you look at the Man United in the last few years, we are a bit struggling to compete on a big level. Obviously, this season, I think his target is to play European football and move from there. Obviously, the signings we have this season, I hope that they're going to settle fast and they're going to be the players that they're going to take us to the better days, because we need players to be consistent. We need a base of the players, 5, 6 players that they're going to play for 1 or 2 years well, and then maybe with the 2, 3 extra players, we can challenge the big trophies. So I think that we are still 2 or 3 years far from competing big trophies.
Last season, I think a big criticism of Manchester United, amongst many, was the backline. The backline was conceding goals. This season, they look a bit better, not fully there yet. So how would you assess the state of the backline as someone who was part of one of the generational backlines in the Premier League?
I honestly believe that the defenders bring the trophies, because if you look at the statistics in the past 10, 15, 20 years, you will see that the team conceded the least goals with the trophy. So I think that's very important. And I think that this season, Man United, there was the games that they play well at the back, but there was the games that they conceded quite a few goals. So if you look at it statistically, you will say that we still concede too many goals. But I agree that some players improve their game and then playing this season much better. Like the Ligt, I think this season is I think the best player at the back for Man United. So I think consistency is the key. If you want to play for Man United, you have to perform week in, week out. You know, you cannot afford to have 1 good game and 2 bad games. Man United always think you have to think tomorrow and never look back, and you have to compete, and you have to perform the best of your capabilities.
Spoken like a true defender there, Vida. How does that argument go when you put it to the likes of Wayne Rooney, to Berber, to Cristiano? When you say, listen, you only won those trophies because we defended well. How does that argument go down?
No, I'm not just saying as defenders. Defenders, yes, but as well you defend as a team. You know, there is a saying like defenders win the trophies, the strikers win the games. So, you know, because you defend as a team, but you attack as a team. So I said defenders, but in the end of the day, if you defend as a team. You remember at the time when we played together with Wayne and those players, you remember how many times Wayne was in the 16 yard of the box, defending, tackling, and saving the goal. So that's the key. I think that we are so successful so many years because we play as a team, and we know when we have to defend, we defend everyone. And of course, you know, if you want to attack, sometimes in the last minute of the game, we will go all forward and challenge the opponent.
Now, Nemanja, we are a morning show, and we do this thing every Friday called Footy Kit Friday. I want to hold up this kit, a kit you might remember really well. Yeah, you see the smiles. You know, I mean, this kit is levels above Geoff's kit. We can already agree on that. But listen, what does this?
Red Star Belgrade kids. This is the club I support since I was boy, and this is my dream come true when I play for that club. So that's the only dream I had, and I achieved it.
Vida, talk to us about Serbia. Didn't make it this year to the World Cup. A lot of talented players in that team. What, for your money, what went wrong? Why didn't you get over the line, do you think?
I think not just disqualify for World Cup. I think in general, I think we have a good players, but we don't perform well as a team. So that's happened even in my time. We have some issue in DNA, maybe the way we want to play, and obviously the deciding what kind of football we're going to play, because we have the managers coming and going, leaving, and we change the styles, we change the approach. Do we want young players or older players? And we need stability and we need the plan. So that's the issue with the Serbian football. I think we're going to have talents always, but we just have to make them as a team and create DNA.
Nemanja, you're one of a kind, right? We talk about greatest Premier League defenders of all time.
Hang on, does Gary Neville know that? Because you won it twice, and he couldn't believe it, could he?
Yeah.
Dumbass. Sorry, Mikey.
We could say that now on TV, right? No, but you're one of a kind. I mean, looking at today's game, who of today's defenders reminds you most of yourself?
Well, I would say that if you look at the partnership, Rio and myself, I think Saliba and Gabriel, the kind of partnership that we had at the time. And if you look at this season, Arsenal defends well. I don't know how many games they play Gabriel and Saliba together, but still, that's the mentality, and they just conceded, I think, 9 goals in the Premier League. So that says something about, mentality and their approach. So they are defenders. They know what their job. They go in the game thinking we want to defend, we don't want to concede the goal, and that's why they're doing well. So I think those two players, they're playing good level last few years, and they should get the credit.